Hello, I'm back. I hope you enjoyed the first one. Here comes another one. Okay, in this particular time, I was working in a Hispanic area, and we're working a gang suppression unit, and we're all wearing suits and ties, and our primary function is to disrupt any kind of gang activity. And that means stopping cars of gang members, stopping them on the street, because if they're standing on the corner, one day they're the victim of a drive-by, and the next week they're out there shooting someone. So when you get them off the street, you eliminate both parts of that. Okay, so that's. I'm sure the liberals won't think it's that way, but for cops, it's almost a sure thing. You get them off the street, they won't get shot at, and if you keep them down a little bit, in other words, heavy patrol, they may not go out and shoot. Hopefully you can help with that by doing that. Okay, so anyway, so working in a plain car, we see a car parked under a light, and it looked like a gang car. Gang car meaning it's a lowered Chevy, male Latinos are in it. It matches a description of other shootings and drive-by cars, so based on that, we thought we'd just come up and just walk up and see what they're doing. We're not going to stop them. They've already been stopped. We have to have a reason to stop people. If they're already parked, there's no reason to stop them. And we can walk up and always just say, how you doing? Okay, cops can do that. Okay? So we walk up. My partner's on the driver's side. I'm on the passenger side. We walk up. What we smell in there, windows are down, is we smell marijuana coming out. In those days, in the 70s, marijuana was a felony. So now we see three guys in the car, two in front and two in the back. Or excuse me, two in front and one in the back. We're gonna arrest them and detain them for marijuana smoking, and we're gonna find marijuana. We're gonna search the car. So my partner and I worked together a long time, so we know how each other pretty much function. So he opens the door, I open the door. We tell them we're police. They know we're police, and they start to get out. Well, I don't know what my partner happened to do, but now my guy, when I went to grab him, he did not want to be grabbed, and he flung his arms out. And of course, in those days, that's considered an offensive movement, and even nowadays, it could be construed as one. So I reached around and grabbed them around the neck. Okay, now, if you ever watch cage fighting, the barm or the check choke out is a very strong tool. In those days, we could use that. So I grabbed him around the neck, and I go down to the ground to detain him and to hold him. Okay, and he's screaming, and we're struggling. Okay, now, I'm on the ground. I'm going to come down now. I'll show you. I'm on the ground, and so I get down on the ground, and I got him down on the ground like this, and I'm on my knees, and I'm trying to choke him, and I look up, and at the time I see the third guy coming out of the car. And I go, okay, this is not going to go good, okay? And off to my side, it's nighttime, there's a street light, I see a male Hispanic with a bat coming out of the darkness. And I'm going, oh, S, something's going to happen here. I reach back with my gun, and someone's going to die. It's not going to be me, okay? And so I look up, and the guy's getting out of the car, and he's looking right at me, and I'm looking at him, I'm looking at the guy on the right side, and the guy on the right side stops with a bat. He swings the bat and hits the guy in the back of the head that's not coming out of the car. I'm like in shock. This guy's already out cold, so I don't have to worry about him. The guy with the victim of the bat hitting, he falls to the ground. Look up, and the little Hispanic guy looks at me, smiles, goes like this, and then takes off running. He's gone. Okay, so I'm like, oh my God. So I'm yelling at Alex the whole time. Is he okay? Are you okay? And my partner says, I'm okay. He said, I'm okay, I'm okay. So then so then I cuff my guy, I run over to the other guy, I cuff him, and we call for a supervisor. Because whenever someone's injured, we have to call a supervisor. And so I call a supervisor, and he shows up, and we tell him what happened, and the altercation involved, and he looks at us and says, well, you didn't hit him in the back of the head. I said, Sarge, I was busy with my guy. I could not physically run around and hit him in the back of the head. Well, I don't know, man. You could have done it afterwards and all this stuff. Okay, fine. Take him to the hospital. The doctor examines him, x-rays. Guy woke up by now. Doctor says, no way you were hit by a baton. The welt in the back of his head is about that wide, and baton marks are about that wide. So that's consistent with the injury that the officer claims had happened. So with that note, the doctor goes, okay, well, gives a report to my sergeant. Sergeant says, well, you know what? It's the way it is. You guys didn't do anything physically to him, so book him. And that's the end of that. Okay, so that's pretty much my citizen helping the police officer, and I really appreciate him because he probably saved my life on that one, or at least saved the life of the guy getting out of the car. Anyway, that's that story. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.